Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is ExperiencePoints, back with another of the Stalingrad campaign for the Axis. And here we are at a bit of a branching road. We're going to head to the south and have a look at one of the most painful missions. And I'd say it was the second hardest to actually achieve. This is Edelweiss. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But here we go. So let's just let this one load up. This is very, very doable to get a decisive victory, as I felt a lot of them were. But to get a brilliant victory on this, just part of it felt like you had to be so fortunate, and probabilities had to be in your favor. So as you see, everything's 100% there, and it is possible. So we're going to show. Yeah, we're going to show you how. Let's just take note of a few things first. Supply sources 12, so it means all these units here are always going to be in supply. You basically are always going to supply units along the bank here. 8 means that should at least supply this, and then the forces supplied along the road. This one's very much about bridges. As you see, you have a supply here which is actually useful, but in a particularly different way. It's also kind of funny that it didn't connect up to that. It's like, why didn't you? Life would have been so much easier. But yeah, you'll definitely keep putting +1 distance on this supply source and this one only. So first move was to attack. We'll just go back and have a look. So attack this unit in the south here. Try to get an overrun if you can, and then just trying to take off that unit. Just try to cross over. Hit this guy. It's the only person you can hit. Cross more units. I did experiment actually with like disbanding this unit, so I could, or reorganizing him, so I could like increase, say, these 2 units and these. I must have played this like 20 times to get this through. So first thing, build a bridge here. Come across the river. Weaken up this unit. Now, if he doesn't retreat, you can generally bring down this guy here. Use your German troops to attack this. Moving forward, bring in your tank. Cause an overrun. And bring down this. That's brilliant, because these units are annoying. Oh my goodness, they're the biggest reason for a lot of my strike. And if you can get rid of one of them in the first turn, that's so good. So, just before the turn ends, looking at objectives, the thing that will kill it is this one, Mikop, the oil production center. Well, I can get this on turn 6, but turn 5. Oh my goodness. I've even had it where I've grabbed this on turn 5, which happened once, and then I couldn't make it up to here until turn 11, and that was just painful. Yeah, or I missed out on this one and we got turn 8. So much of this mission has to go right. Okay, extend your forces down, make sure you clear this guy off. Which shouldn't be too hard. If you can move any other infantry in, then make sure you have a guy down here, because they will come across and then you've just been desupplied. Okay, so they do their thing. They're going to block, and they're going to continually block. They're going to cause 3 or 4 bottlenecks, and you have to keep pushing through. This is a case of, it should really be called like the race to Medop, because honestly that's what this mission is all about. So as we see, we just okay, they just do their obvious dig in, which is funny because at the end they move out. Okay, use your infantry as you can to try to clear up terrain for you. You will be using these infantry, I do believe, to attack towards this goal. Don't be afraid to attack units, because you are not going to be able to push through. They'll just desupply you. Okay, that was a brilliant victory right there. 3 units suppressed. Again, don't be afraid to attack with your heavy armor. But this horseman absolutely has to go. He is the biggest problem with his specialist step, which we managed to get rid of that. I think it was the T-34. It's just a nightmare. Okay, keep pushing. Let's go. Infantry aren't overly useful. They are used to, okay, build your bridge here. They are used to attack this objective and this objective, but this is really an armor fight. Okay, add your range and your turn. Okay, they will counter. Now, interesting that he went there and not as opposed to here. This unit, which doesn't make overly much sense. They will keep trying to draw up your battle lines, but there is a way to give them a tempting prize, which is absolutely useless. So yep, just extend our range on our supply source, drag our tanks down. I didn't want to risk a... I wasn't sure whether I'd get the overrun on that one. Pushing our back units. I probably could have attacked with the infantry. I'm not sure why I didn't. Okay, it's very, very important you do go here. You can only build bridges in certain places, and it doesn't tell you unless you're on that unit. So, example, if you go here, you can't build a bridge across here. You can only build a bridge here. I think they really should have showed you where you can, as a gameplay issue. But yeah, you need to distract particular forces. Now, I did this because I know it would come back to. Sorry, 3 units would be resupplied in this particular unit, or 3 parts in this unit. But I was hoping that I could at least do some damage, because this guy is the pain. Even if you get your tanks down there, there's no guarantee of defeating him. And because he dug in, he lost those 2 supply points. So it was worth it. I had nothing else to attack, and to me that seemed like the best choice. Okay, we're just reordering that unit. Careful which one you use to attack in what order, because you may have casualties here. Okay, he came out, which was really good, because he wasn't hiding behind the river, which could have been more difficult. By the end of this turn, you need all your armoured units across the river. I'm not sure if I am going to do this in the next turn, but if you do put a bridge across here and the horse is being an issue, generally a unit will shoot up towards it, but they'll never cross over, so they'll never attempt to take this other supply. I think it's because the AI thinks that being on a supply is the best source, so it's the best thing. But yeah, bring a unit south as well. This just seems to help to create a threat level with these infantry, so they can't keep creating a line. Okay, bring down your infantry first to attack the ones at the back, so you can get so that you can push forward further. And even if you're going to lose it, look, infantry are kind of going to be useless, but push. This guy with his recon ability that allows you to travel and to actually take a hexagon square, either all round, so as you progress through into, so say this unit travelled down here, he would only clear this, but with this recon capacity he clears out the left and right of that, so that's a very good unit to stop partisans from annoying. Okay, I got our back tank down. I'm not particularly worried if they attack or whatnot. As you see, I made good use of that 3 part suppression that was done to that unit previously. Okay, so yeah, that's the point I'm talking about. Hopefully one of these units will be drawn up. For it seems to be the horsemen, I guess it matters how far you push them back. Okay, bring in our infantry, and here we go. Attack this, try to get something out, and one suppressed unit, something. Be careful, I've actually had this situation here where I destroyed this unit, but I had nothing to move into it. that was painful. So you got to be really careful about that part. Make sure you do have a unit in. And then the moment you've taken this, you have to push down with at least 1 or 2 armored units, and then push all your armor towards this objective in the east. Okay, as your Romanian infantry here are really useful for clearing out the west flank, and to also get your reinforcements, which can only come from these points in here. And they're very strong units because they are actually engineer specialist steps, and the engineers are going to be needed to take this objective. There's no way to take it without armor otherwise, and your armor has to race east. So you're in a bit of a conundrum. There are 2 places you can cross, waterfalls and sorry, for a bridge to make your way in. You also need to have one of your units progress east to link up your supply route. Okay, this is just a play by the numbers, trying to attack my strongest unit to theirs. And I don't know why I did that, just because I could. Thought maybe it would have pulled him down. There is another bridge I think you can make up around here somewhere. Okay, the weather, not too bad, but I want to keep pushing. Okay, so push him south, attack. Okay. That one unit, he's not really that good. Maybe he can, maybe I'll reorder him in the future. So, well, he got overrun, so he's obviously going to move back in the next turn. But it means we only need 1 armor unit to attack him. Okay, keep going up with your move up. Put your bridges in. I can attack across the river because the engineering specialist step can remove all entrenchments and attack across the river without a penalty. Engineers are so good. They give you a 12 attack and 8 defense. Okay, this might be a bit of a hassle, but we'll see. Hopefully we can have that dealt with. Was a little bit worried about this. Oh, sorry, it's getting a bit having a bit of trouble here. Frame rate. As you see, recon capacity. Okay. Okay, sorry, capabilities used there. Okay, we just took this with the armor. We quickly have to rush our units off this way. As you see, I was out of supply, but hopefully they can link up. And as it just did, linked up, so now right here should be in full supply. Just reorganized those units and try to do something here. If I could have suppressed him 3 units, it would have given me an advantage. But you don't know, air suppression, your air attacks aren't always going to be the best. I remember up here I tried to push the maximum distance I could while resupplying this unit, which I believe was up to here. And then try to resupply him. Though, unfortunately, he wouldn't have actually been because he was out of supply. So I should have not moved him that far up. Okay, in this, it's just trying to dig in. Not worry about this guy, but just push here. Because the next turn we have to take this objective. Okay, using our engineer steps, use your heavier unit first to attack. That should de-entrench them, and then use your Romanian infantry to, because your engineering step in this will make a massive difference, and you should be able to do a little bit of damage. But remembering this is on a supply source, so anything you do under 3 damage, or I should say, sorry, under 3 suppression units will be counted in the next turn. So really, I was just throwing units that I'm hoping to destroy, and that's what it told me in the battle simulator part. And maybe I should have done the airstrike first. That was not good. And as you see, Romanian infantry are just absolutely decimated. I'm not totally sure why I restepped that. Probably to resupply up here. Oh yeah, would have been. So I can put more units here. And he just did that, which was quite interesting. Just suppress himself. And that right there. I think that was his downfall. Because even though they're weak, the moment he did that, it means that, yeah. So that was like a thank God situation in that regard. If he didn't entrench, I doubt we would have been able to do that. Okay, so here we go. Attack with the strongest unit first. Then just try wearing it down. I was so worried because it was so close. I had one unit. No, wait, I had... Oh, another turn. I was so lucky. Okay, so he stayed. Took some of the guys I disbanded and filled him up again. Created a bridge, not for a reason, but did that. Okay, this guy can't resupply because the supply point is here. I attacked with the... Okay, with the weaker stuff there, though I should have... No, sorry, he attacked me. I did this right, which was airstrike, but did nothing. Attack with the strongest unit. Attack with the strongest unit. He's been completely suppressed. Destroy it. And how do you like that? Attacked with the last one. So sometimes it comes down to one part of the weakest unit, and that's how it's done. And this was insane, absolutely insane. But as you see, maximum score, no prestige used. Oh my goodness. So just going from the start, resupply this supply point here. Push your tanks across the river and down into here. Don't be afraid to use your tanks and your motorized infantry. Oh, sorry, your motorized vehicles to attack these units. These are going to be the biggest pain. Push your Romanian troops down this flank. Remember to build your bridge. Push down. You can build a bridge here to get this motorized infantry across. 3 units, possibly more might be needed, and you push these infantry units down this way. You can also come down here, but you'll be out of supply, unfortunately. Push units down, push 1 unit over here, build a bridge, come down. Hopefully turn 4 you absolutely have to be here. Every unit has to attack. I even got a turn 3 attack on this. Then push down, you might need 2 units to attack this, 2 motorized infantry units, so motorized German units. Push your rest of your tanks this way. Push your infantry up this way to create your supply link. Then your Romanian infantry should have created your got your 2 reinforcements that you get for free. Push them across, attack with them, de-entrench them, and then go from there. This is so much hit and miss. You get bad weather, you have to start again. But ladies and gentlemen, that's how it's done. This was one of the most agonizing and painful levels to get brilliant victory, but it is possible. I fear though, the black turn has some things that are even worse than this. But we'll see what happens. Well, this has been Experience Points, and I hope you've gained some experience in watching this, and you have a good day. Cheers, mate.